Good morning. Today I am discussing about biomass conversion technologies. Biomass conversion technologies. Biomass conversion technologies. There are many different ways of extracting energy from biomass. These energy conversion technologies may be grouped into four basic types. First one is the physical method. Physical method. Physical method. Second one is the thermochemical method. Thermochemical method. Third one is the incineration. Okay, incineration or direct combustion. Another one is the biochemical method. Biochemical method. Okay, these are the four techniques. First one, we discuss about physical method. Physical method. The simplest form of physical conversion of biomass is through compression or combustible material. Its density is increased by reducing the volume by compression through the process called briquetting or pelletization. Fuel oil can be extracted from plants. Fuel oil can be extracted from plants. Products by expelling them. Also, light hydrocarbons may be obtained from certain plants in the same way as production of rubber. Another one is the pelletization. Okay. Pelletization is a process in which waste wood is pulverized. Waste wood is pulverized. Okay, waste wood is pulverized in pelletization process and dried and forced under pressure through an extrusion device. The extracted mass is in the form of pellets. Okay, briquetting. Our next process is the briquetting. Biomass briquettes are made from woody matter. Woody matter are a replacement fossil fuel such as oil or coal and can be used to heat boilers in manufacturing plants. Burning a wood briquette is far more efficient than burning firewood. The moisture content of a briquette can be as low as 4%. Briquetting is brought about by compression and squeezing out moisture. Okay, by compression and squeezing compression and squeezing out moisture. Squeezing out moisture and breaking down the elasticity of the wood and bark. Okay, another one is the fuel extraction. Fuel extraction. Fuel extraction, occasionally milky latex is obtained from freshly cut plants. Milky latex is obtained from freshly cut plants. Okay, obtained from freshly cut plants. The material is called exudant. Our next one is the incineration. Incineration means direct combustion. Incineration. Incineration means direct combustion of biomass for immediate useful heat. Direct combustion of biomass. Okay, direct combustion of biomass for immediate useful heat. Immediate useful heat. The heat and or steam produced are either used to generate electricity or provide the heat for industrial process, space heating, cooking or district heating. Furnaces and boilers have been developed for large scale burning of various types of biomass such as wood, waste wood, black liquid. Okay. Next one is the thermochemical. 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 The basic thermochemical process to convert biomass into a more valuable or convenient product is known as pyrolysis. Biomass is heated either in absence of oxygen. Biomass heated in absence of oxygen. Absence of oxygen, okay, or by partial combustion of some of the biomass is restricted air or oxygen supply. Pyrolysis can process all forms of organic material including rubber and plastics. High temperature pyrolysis maximizes the gaseous product. The process is known as gasification. Next one is the biochemical. Next one is the biochemical. The process makes use of metabolic action of microbial organism on biomass to produce liquid and gaseous fuel. Two major biochemical processes are explained below. First one is the ethanol fermentation. Ethanol fermentation. Ethanol fermentation, alcoholic fermentation is the decomposition in the absence of air. Decomposition in the absence of air of simple hexose sugar in aqueous solution by the action of the enzyme. Okay, so is the decomposition in the absence of air. In the absence of air. Okay, decomposition in the absence of air of simple hexose sugar. Simple hexose sugar. Okay, simple hexose sugars. The fermentation process actually C6H12O6. The equation is C6H12O6. Okay, 32 degree centigrade fermentation. 32 degree centigrade fermentation. Fermentation. 2C2H5OH. 2C2H5OH plus 2CO2. 2CO2. Okay, 2C2H5OH plus 2CO2. The product are ethanol and carbon dioxide. This is the ethanol, C2H5OH. This is the ethanol. Okay, and carbon dioxide. Another one is the anaerobic fermentation. Okay, anaerobic digestion. Anaerobic digestion. Anaerobic digestion. Anaerobic digestion. The process converts decaying wet biomass and animal waste into biogas through the decomposition process by the action of anaerobic bacteria. Carbon present in the biomass may be ultimately divided between fully oxidized CO2 and fully reduced CH4. Decaying wet biomass decaying wet biomass 20 to 55 degree centigrade, 20 to 55 degree centigrade. Okay, 55 degree centigrade. Anaerobic fermentation. Anaerobic fermentation and the form, that is the biogas, largely methane, CH4 and CO2. Biogas largely methane and CO2. Largely CH4 and CO2. Okay, methane and CO2. CH4 and CO2. The biomass material in the form of water slowly is digested by the bacteria anaerobically for several days in an airtight container. The reaction are slightly exothermic and a small amount of heat. Okay. Another one is our next topic. Next topic is the urban waste to energy conversion. Okay, urban waste to energy conversion. Urban waste to energy conversion. Okay, urban waste to energy conversion. Municipal, first one is the municipal solid waste incineration plant, MSW. Incineration plant. Okay, MSW incineration plant. Municipal solid waste is the solid waste generated by household, commercial and institutional operations and some industries. Disposal of MSW is a major problem in big cities where large quantities of waste is to be disposed of far away from the city center. The emerging solution is to use this waste biomass as an energy resource in a waste to energy conversion plant near the city center. The composition of urban waste depends on the style and standard of living of the people. A general national profile of waste in USA is given. First one is the paper and paper board waste material percentage 39.2%. Paper and paper board. Paper board 39.2%. Okay. Food and yard waste 21%. Glass 6.2%. Food 21%. Glass 6.2%. 6.2%. Okay. One block diagram for MSW to energy incineration plant. Okay, one block diagram, MSW energy incineration plant. Okay, first one, this one is the shredder, and this one is the air classifier. Air classifier. Okay, and another one is the metal and gas. Metal, glass. Okay, that is the recycled. Okay, air classifier. The first one, refuse derived fuel. Refused derived fuel. Okay, to refuse derived fuel to boiler or furnaces. This one is the boiler and furnaces. Okay, boiler and furnaces. And from boiler to superheated steam. From boiler to superheated steam, ST, superheated steam. Okay, superheated steam. Okay, superheated steam. Okay, another one is the condenser. Okay, another one is the boiler feed water. feed water, boiler feed water. Okay, condenser, that one is the cooling tower, cooling tower. Okay, and that is the electrical power generation. Okay, electrical power generation, E, electrical power generation. So this one is the MSW to energy incineration plant. Okay, MSW to energy incineration plant. The dry biomass is shredded to piece of about 2.5 centimeter diameter and airstream cigarettes the refuse derived fuel, which is lighter from heavier metal and glass pieces. These are reclaimed and recycled. About 30% of the US waste stream is recycled. The RDF thus obtained is burnt in a furnace at about 100% to produce steam in the boiler. Combustion process may be assisted by required amount of auxiliary fuel. Another one is the strong concern exists about the pollutant emitted during combustion because of various material contained in the waste stream. Pollutants in the flue gases include derivatives of sulfur, chlorine, fluorine, nitrogen, etc. Typical metal concentration in the fly ash and bottom ash of an incinerator. Fly ash, calcium is 54,500 milligram per kg. Okay, calcium 54,500, okay, 500 milligram per kg, okay. Another one is the cadmium 470 milligram per kg, okay, 470 milligram per kg. Lead 5,200 milligram per kg. Okay, so typical metal concentration in fly ash. Typical metal concentration in fly ash. Okay, typical metal concentration in fly ash. Lead. Another one is the iron 17,000. Iron 17,000 milligram per kg. Okay, 17,000 milligram per kg. That is the iron. So these are the typical metal concentration in fly ash. Actually, the residual ash which has high metal concentration is also of concern. The ash is usually disposed of in landfills. The leachate, that is the garbage juice or liquid that results when water percolates through the landfill, must be well contained to prevent groundwater contamination. Okay, another one is the actually PCDD, one particular important group of pollutant, polychlorinated dibenzo P dioxide. Okay, PCDD and dibenzofuran PCDF are possibly among the most acutely carcinogenic compound known so far. Okay. Okay, this one is the typical metal concentration in fly ash. Okay.